I ended up defeating this boss solo at level 14, but in this video I'm level 17. I'm still using the same gear that I had on when I soloed this boss at level 14, so it's going to be pretty low level gear. Try to stack on cold resistance because that's the element that the boss is most likely to damage you with. I put this cold resistance charm on that gives 25% cold resistance. The skills that I use for the ranger class are lightning arrow, lightning rod, storm caller arrow, and electrocuting arrow. Although I didn't use this last skill that much because I just unlocked it not that long ago, so I haven't got used to using it much yet. But it seems to be a good skill for leaping out of danger while doing damage with an electrocuted rod. The rod attaches to the enemy and you can chain attacks with it. The strategy that I used to solo this boss was planting lightning rods on the ground to deal with multiple enemies at once, since you can chain attacks with lightning rods. I like to use lightning arrow to chain attacks and storm caller arrow to deal a lot of lightning damage, while also having a high chance to trigger the shock element. The shock element lets me do an additional 20% extra damage to the boss until the element wears off. The boss's first phase is really easy. Just stay back and keep shooting storm caller arrow and lightning arrow at the boss. You'll easily trigger the shock element and you'll be doing an additional 20% extra damage on the boss. You can also plant some lightning rods to chain attacks if you want as well, but the rod's going to be mostly useful when we have multiple enemies to deal with. The attacks that you want to look out for in phase 1 are the boss's ice wall, where he swings his blade and creates vertical ice shots that can damage you and even trap you as well. If you get trapped, just roll out of there or you'll take a lot of damage from the final part of the ice wall attack where he swings and explodes it. The next attack to really look out for is when the boss disappears into the air and you see a red circle on the ground. He's going to land on that red circle, and if you're caught in it, you'll take a lot of damage. Once you do enough damage to this boss, he will enter phase 2 and he'll be at full health again. Now this is where it gets a bit more serious. He will now have an attack where he blows ice from his mouth at you. You can run from it or stay far enough back where he can't reach you. You want to try and keep off the ice because if you touch any on the ground, you're going to get slowed down. The boss has another new move where he'll disappear and summon adds in the middle, where you are now engulfed in some foggy mist. Stay in the middle where it's clear and just keep dodging and attacking the adds. This is where planting lightning rods on the ground is very useful. You can use the lightning rods to chain attacks from your lightning arrow and kill them quicker. Eventually the boss will release the fog and you'll be able to fight the boss again. When you see ice forming on the ground slowly coming towards you, make sure you run as far back as possible and keep shooting at the boss when you are far back enough, because the ice is going to form into an attack and has a large AoE. Another new attack to look out for is this attack here. He will start spamming this ice attack that appears in random locations, so make sure to stay away from those blue lights. When the boss is finished with his attack, make sure you are always ready to run and dodge, because he might place that red circle on you to land and attack you, and you can easily get caught in this because it happens so fast. The boss has one last phase when his health bar is where it is in the video. He will now start raining down a powerful dark magic attack, and he will do this fairly often, even while you are stuck trying to dodge the adds in the middle of the small circle. So be ready to be dodging that attack often, and be very careful if you get trapped in the small circle with the boss spamming that attack.